with athletics and academics and things, the stuff at, when Sam would come ask me the stuff about Greenspan, I wasn't ahead of my time. I was just more correct, and I still am. Okay. It's better to be healthy than it is to compete over the devil's money and to celebrate winning the devil's money, like the poor little Lulu Sun girl today from New Zealand on Wimbledon. The sister's crying, the mom's crying because it they put a lot of hopes into this family member and worked really hard, and maybe she can get us life-changing money so we can be more comfortable. I can get a tiny home in New Zealand and it'll be paid for and I won't have a mortgage, and then I can be an artist from home or something like that. And her sister and her probably talked about it. That'd be great if I could help you do that. And then when you get, your art starts doing well, and then if I can't do tennis anymore, I Buster Douglas my tennis, then your money can help me, and so we can help each other. And so it's just people trying to just help each other through hell and celebrate being given the devil's money. And you watch the lady in the little uniform sitting there, and they've got more black people and minorities and women calling the stuff than ever before, and they gain access, and here's Prince Charles, and here's Kate, and you have access now start networking, hoo-ha-ha, and all this bullshit. And then you watch the stuff with Southern New Hampshire University, you can do this, and it's a brain chemical addiction to get to a certain aspect, and then you're supposed to plateau in apex, and you don't. Okay. When you are in competition with other people, you get the adrenaline, like with Walter Payton, having to take the performance-enhancing things to keep up with the Joneses and pay everybody's bills. You got a house in the hills, you're paying everyone's bills, and they tell you this is going to go far. But in the back of your mind, they tell you time after time, is this who you really are? And he had all the classic symptoms, okay, of dying from steroid poisoning. Okay, he had the yellow eyes, he had the liver shutting down, and all the stuff. Okay, if you go look it up, okay, the cancer that killed Walter Payton is classic symptoms of steroid poisoning. Okay, because he felt he had to do it to maintain the economics to keep all the people, like Carl Anthony Towns during COVID. I can't protect and take care of everybody. I got to pay for it. And even he had all the money and had his mom out of the projects and in the nicest area. Okay, but she was still physically compromised from conflict and poverty over thousands of years of biological and psychological conditioning. And she died anyway. So he couldn't keep mom safe. She died. His money, he had all that money, but it still didn't save his mom from dying from COVID, from depression, from genocide, because his mom felt it, She didn't like it when people picked on her son. She was just a big, gentle giant who tries to take care of all the people in the family that he can. Okay. And that's Bobby Schuler's, there's underdog. And there's a lot of, I was the point guard that was just amazing and always got along with my big guys. Me and my big guys, and the same with the offensive linemen in school. They were always some of my, we were real. Adam West, he went to New Mexico State. He not that Adam West, but Adam West, the offensive lineman for Deer Valley High School. We got along real good and joked around. We enjoyed each other a lot in Mr. Coach Allen's class and Coach Kaforis's classes. And they were always there. He was Adam and the rest of the guys and Jeff that I talked to. And Jeff was a linebacker. Yeah, but I liked Jeff Cohen. They were the guys that I talked into taking Coach Allen's Yugo and moving it behind the racquetball courts. Not all jocks are assholes, okay, but the culture is based off competition, and it breeds asshole type competitiveness, and then you feel you have to be successful, and it compromises your moral values. Okay, you don't stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You celebrate, we're gonna get the devil's money. I got into UC Davis. I'm on an old Navy commercial, right? And so it's wrong. It's fundamentally wrong. It's fundamentally flawed. Okay, and they're both cute little girls. The little girl, she looks just like her mom with blonde hair, with lighter skin. It's adorable. The little Lulu son, yeah, she's adorable, and the sister looks a lot like, they're adorable, right? They look just like their mom. They're Chinese with light hair and light skins. That is so cool. It's adorable. Yeah. And so it's interesting to see. And the girl talks about her thing like with my mom with Marley Bird. Wait a minute, he's German and his mom is Chinese? Okay, but his dad's also part Hungarian. That's how he can play the flamenco guitar. I'm like, Ma, you're a nut. Okay. She was, the old traditional stereotypes and stuff. And then I was watching that Raw Travel thing. and the two Oglala people, and they're trying to remarket themselves and remarket the culture. The culture went extinct for a reason. The culture died for a reason. Okay. Little Hawk and Crazy Horse weren't fighting for a culture. That culture tried to ostracize them and kill them, and did end up killing them. Okay. It was their own people that were in on the assassinations of both of them. Okay. But it was also their own people that tried to protect them because they respected and they admired them. For every Red Cloud, okay, they don't mention High Hump and He Dog. Okay. Trust me, High Hump and He Dog are better men than even, yeah, Sitting Bull did the, join the Buffalo Bill, make lots of money, get drunk thing. He bought into the stuff, so did Red Cloud. Okay. And then afterwards, we want peace. That's because your business things all fell through. Teapot Dome scandal. Yeah, no, Red Cloud was an asshole. Okay. I thought he was a good guy too, because you had the book. So he's the principal chief. He tried to protect his people. No, Red Cloud was an asshole. Okay. The two half-breeds. Okay. The kid who was born with light hair because he was a half-breed. They're white buffalo. Okay. That's Crazy Horse. And then his brother, Little Hawk. Okay. And then He Dog and High Hump. High Hump is one of the bravest men in the world in the history of the United States. Okay. He was not afraid of dying because he needed the kids to understand you can't tell stories to manipulate people. When something needs to get done, you can't be afraid. You got to get up and do it. Because if you don't attempt to do it, you'll just roll over and play dead and be fucked over. Okay. So how do you be strong without being a bully? High Hump. Okay. He's, that they don't talk about High Hump. He doesn't fit their criteria. They'll use a sellout and try to make him look like a good guy. E2 Brute? Okay, do you understand? I knew Caesar. Okay, so you guys got to understand. Okay, so if you're gonna, it's not reclaiming your culture. It's claiming the good people and emulating the good people, and leaving the bad people behind and not picking up their bad habits, their alcoholism. Geronimo was not a good guy. Okay. Cochise, beautiful man. Okay. Taza and Nache were good guys. Okay. Tishna, fun. Okay. He's one of the best men in the history of the Chiricahua Nation. Okay. Just like Cochise. Okay. And, oh gosh, yeah. No, the prayers I've had with that man, being sent on a train to Florida and watching the babies die right in front of you, and there's nothing you could do about it. Okay. It's a horrible feeling. The trip to Florida, and it's, oh gosh, it's something. You guys want to make a Deadpool movie about it? You don't want to rip off that scar. It's worse than Middle Passage. Middle Passage, they didn't take the babies, and they would try not to take the women when they were pregnant because they didn't want to take a chance on the woman dying on the trip. Okay. On the train ride from Arizona to Florida, they put everybody on, and the babies just died. You're in a boxcar in the summertime going from Arizona to Florida. Okay. In a wooden boxcar. Okay. It's terrible. Okay. In the trains with the other things and stuff, they had the thing set up with different stuff, and you could open the windows, and no, this was like a wooden. It was horrible. Okay. The way these people were treated, because they were angry because it was genocidal warfare. Okay. And that culture, cult warrior, transhumance, raiding warrior cultures like the Vikings and the Visigoths and the Mongols and stuff were meant to go extinct. Okay, because they're wrong. They're fundamentally wrong. That's why the Hebrews are the standard. The Cheyenne have a higher, because they tried to be less that way. There's a few other groups that, a lot of the Apache got a bum rap. Some were stronger and more religious, and some were not. Okay, so it's not your culture you want to hold on to. It's your shining eternal lights. Fuck your culture. Lots of cultures. The Middle Passage culture, the Roman culture of dominance through giant armies, the Nazi culture, the Democrat-Republican contest over who controls the fuck money culture. Culture is meant to be obliterated and go extinct. But right and wrong and faithful love is always right on time. Like Chuck Jackson with Natalie Cole. You guys understand? Okay. And so it's just that was a song to pay bills. We're going to do limericks instead of play charades. Okay. And you guys got to understand, philanthropy is always wrong. And competition and celebrating winning the devil's money instead of standing up for the Lord's Prayer so we can go back to Genesis and Psalms and Proverbs that's what we need. And we need it now more than ever. All right. I'm right here. I'm doing this. The technology is reflecting me, and it's getting there sooner than later. I'm working on it.